Finally, my signage is up! This is a made-to-order signage outside my house. I don't need anything fancy to start, just something that shows my presence and purpose. For today's video, I thought I'd share with you the essentials you need to start an Eikaiwa, especially if you're doing it from home like me. Hey there! If it's your first time on my channel, welcome. I'm Anne, a Filipino mom living in Japan. Here, I share bits of our daily life, being a mom, working at a kindergarten, running my own small English school, and navigating life in Japan with family. First essential is simple branding. A name, a logo, and a sign go a long way. You can use Canva to design things for free. Start small. The goal is to be seen, not perfect. This banner says that I do free trial lesson for kids if they want to learn English conversation at my school. Another essential I use is a good old-fashioned calendar. I use this to plan out class days, holidays, trial lessons, and payment reminders. I also mark down when each student joins. It helps me track how long they've been with the school. This really helps keep things smooth, especially if you're juggling classes, housework, and childcare like me. Next essential is an air conditioner. I had to have it installed in this room. Originally, it didn't have one since it wasn't meant to be a classroom. But as you can imagine, summers in Japan can be brutal, and winters can get pretty chilly. Another essential is a clock. It might sound obvious, but having a clear start and end time keep things structured for both you and the parents. Next, this is my receipt book. For every payment, I write a receipt for the parents. It's not just for transparency, it's also helpful when I prepare my records for the tax office. If you plan to report your income properly, this is a must. Whenever I buy something for the school, I also keep the receipts here. It's easier to track the records for the expenses if we have something like this here. Next up is this Daiso payment envelope. Every first class day of the month, I ask parents to send in the monthly fee in this envelope. It keeps things organized and feels polite and consistent. Very Japanese, right? All I have to do is to write their student number and the name of the student and the monthly payment. This payment envelope is good for 1 year. Classes starts in April and ends in March. Every time the parents or students bring in the envelope, I check their payment, and when I confirm the payment, I put in my hanko. Easier transaction, right? Next is the parent and student info logbook. I also have this enrollment logbook. It has each child's name, birthday, contact information, and a few notes. It makes the school feel more official. And my dream is to fill this up with hundreds of happy little students one day. I like to keep things organized around the classroom. So I have this drawer for all the essential things that I need for documentation. I also keep the stationaries here. I just remembered that I need to change the batteries in this remote. Here's another tiny thing that actually makes a big difference. My remote-controlled CD player. With the remote, I don't have to leave the kids during class just to press play or stop. I can control everything while staying engaged and keeping the energy flowing.
Welcome to Learning World Facebook.
I also keep a class insight notebook. After each lesson, I jot down what we did, what worked well, and what I might adjust next time. I also write little notes about the kids, like who loved the song, who was a bit shy today, or who mastered a new phrase. This helps me stay in tune with my students and keep lessons personal and effective. Over time, it also becomes a great reflection tool to see how the school and the kids are growing. Next essential is a welcoming space. Your teaching space doesn't need to be big, just clean, safe, and cozy. One of the things I really truly love is that I don't have to rent out an office for my school. This is my home, and turning just one room into a classroom has made it possible for me to start small without big costs or pressure. You don't need a commercial space or fancy setup to begin. You just need a corner of your home. This room originally had tatami mats, but I opted for carpet tiles. These are so easy to clean, and they make the room feel warm, soft, and safe, especially for kids who love to sit, crawl, and play. I highly recommend them over full carpets. One time, one of the kids was so nervous on his first day, he actually peed himself during class. Thankfully, I used tile carpet. It was so easy to clean. I just lifted the affected tiles, washed and dried them separately, and put them right back in place. When there are no classes, this space turns into a playroom for my daughter. It's slowly becoming my favorite part of the house. So much space for her to crawl, explore, and have fun. Dual-purpose spaces are great when you're working from home. I consider my daughter as my very first student in my English school. She loves reading books. This is one of my favorite things, being able to teach my daughter in the same space where I teach my students. It's not always perfect. Sometimes she's distracted. Sometimes I am too, but it's real. I didn't start this classroom just for business. I also wanted her to grow up surrounded by language, play, and warmth, not pressure, just exposure. She's still small, and I'm not in a rush to teach her like a student. Right now, I just want her to enjoy English, to hear it, to move with it, to feel safe with it. It's one of those small joys of doing this from home. Getting to share this space with her, watching her learn, and in her own time, in her own way. That is something I'll always be thankful for. If I had to name the most important essential for starting an Eikaiwa at home, it's not the carpet, it's not the whiteboard, or the CD player. It's commitment. There are days when it's tiring, days when the house is a mess, my daughter is teething, and I still have lessons to teach. But I show up because I committed to this, not just as a business, but as something I truly care about. Commitment means staying patient when you only have one or two students. It means making each class count, even if you're tired. It means choosing to keep going, to keep growing, even if it's slowly. Because in the end, what we build with consistency and heart lasts. And that's what I want for my Eikaiwa and for my family. So, there you have it. Nothing too fancy. Just real tools that help me run my little Eikaiwa from home. You don't need a big budget or a big building. Just heart, consistency, and a space where kids can learn and feel safe.
My ears are for hearing. What did you say? What did you say? My mouth is for talking and singing all day.
And it's okay to start small. In fact, that's how the best things often begin. Thanks for watching, and thank you for supporting this little dream of mine. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
My fingers are for counting. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for singing this song with me.